I need to give it all. I try to live, but I can't. I don't know why you're the one. Turn me out of my mind. You don't need no other body. You don't need no other body. Only you feel on my body.
Take me out, tell you what I need. Right now, I really need, I really need deep. I might be falling deep. Tell me now what you need. I've been going to God when I want you. And I'd be for you and no one else. Tell me what you want. I've been in lane. I make, I see and I make it.
Good day in my mind, seem to take a step out. Get some air now, let your edge out. To some iceberg, you'll be heavy in my mind. Can you get the heck out?
The card that I pulled out yesterday. A year ago, I said I wanted to be working a 9 to 5. I didn't want to be doing this anymore. I wanted to move and I wanted to be fully doing content creation. Now, even though I'm not seeing the money in content creation that I would hope to as of yet, because it's coming. It's not here yet, but it's coming. I am so grateful to even have an audience and to even have a platform to be uniquely and individually myself. Like, I used to be so scared to be who I wanted to be. In middle school and high school and elementary school, I was just always the odd one out. I moved so much. I went to 7 high schools. So I've always just felt like the odd one out of the group. I never was really able to connect with people, and I don't really tell a lot of people this, but in high school and in middle school, because I moved around so much, I started to develop new personalities and decided to change the person I wanted to be every time I changed schools, because in my head that was like a fresh start. Like, it was like, well, I'm moving anyways and everyone in this school doesn't like me and they bully me and they hate me, but I'm gonna move and I'm gonna just be a different persona, be a different person, and that person everyone's gonna like. And I would just do that every time I moved school until adulthood came. I went to college. I stayed at the same college for 3 to 4 years. I love college. I live where I live now. I've been in this apartment for 3 to 4 years. Most of my 20s have been in this apartment, and I still struggled for most of that time period finding who I was, finding my voice, finding my confidence, until about like a year ago when I finally started doing YouTube. I was like, you know what, I want to start doing YouTube. I want to start putting myself out there. I want to start connecting to an audience that relates with me, that supports me, and that's a part of my like journey, you know, that I'm meant to teach, that I'm meant to communicate with and share my content and art. Because y'all, I create content because I love the beauty of content. I love the beauty of content that content allows you to do. I love that it allows you to reach people who are feeling the same energy that you're feeling, who are moved the same way you are moved by whatever it is that you want to create, right? Like, I just love the beauty that content brings towards people and healing people. So that's why I started doing it, because I just found so much joy creating silly little YouTube videos and vlogs and days in my life. And I wanted to leave something behind for myself, but also for my kids, and also for girls or guys who are around my age or who are younger than me, who wish they had someone that they could watch that represented the things that they represent. And I just, that's all I wanted to be. That's all I wanted. That was my goal, to be a feel-good lifestyle and inspo to everybody. And even though I didn't reach the largest audience this year that I was hoping to, I still reached thousands of people. Okay, I reached my first million I think in January last year. So going into the new year, I hit my first 1,000,000 views. I hit like past 10K. I got on the creative fund within 2 months of starting my TikTok journey. Like there was a lot of stuff that I was reaching or hitting milestones on in the beginning of the year, but then work came into play, my 9 to 5 came into play, drama came into play, relationships came into play. There were a lot of things that came into play this year that distracted me from my main goal, but I was still able to achieve majority of my main goal regardless of those distractions. You know, I get comments and I see comments from you guys all the time saying how I'm your inspo, or I've helped you, or I've moved you. And though it's not thousands and thousands of people saying it, the little bit of people that do say it means a lot to me. It means so much to know that you guys love my content, that it's not pointless, that you guys accept. I'm gonna cry. I was not expecting. Why am I talking in a Bardashian? I know I was gonna cry. I'm not really like an emotional person, but I know for a fact I was crying because I just felt so relieved to know that like I said, I didn't reach the largest audience this year, but I reached people. I reached thousands of people, hundreds of people left comments saying how supportive and inspirational I want it to be, or that I am towards them. And it's crazy to me to think that like my silly little videos that I make for myself, really, and just because I was inspired and I was moved and I was just, you know, I was just really expecting one person to just see it, whether it just be me or my mom, but one person just see it, and it ended up turning into hundreds, thousands of people seeing it. So I'm just really appreciative, and like I said, I'm not where I want to be at yet, but I know I'm gonna get there very, very soon, and I'm gonna have a lot of support and opportunities come my way along the way with harm to none. And it's gonna be thanks to you guys, my viewers, my audience, who support me, who watch me, who help me, who push me. Seriously, I really appreciate y'all this year, and I'm going to do a lot better next year. That was one thing that I lacked this year, was discipline in terms of what I wanted to do. I wasn't really consistent. I had a lot of motivation and inspiration to do it, but I didn't have a lot of discipline to do it. And so going into 2024, I want to be a lot more disciplined in the things that I do, build more structure, hold myself more accountable, because it's like, you know, it sucks when you have so much motivation and inspiration to do something, and then like the littlest thing will like inconvenience you, and then all of a sudden none of that matters. It just goes out the window. Your discipline, your structure to get it done, to hold you accountable towards your motivations, towards your inspirations, is what you really need. This was a surprise video. I just wanted to get on here and make a little like reminder for my future self. And then I was like, what if I posted it? Like, what if other people relate to it? What if other people find it inspiring? What if other people also too want to join my mission to hold myself accountable, and then I hold you accountable. This video is holding you accountable. It doesn't even matter when you're watching this. If you don't have anything in mind that you want to work towards, go meditate. Go meditate, go touch some grass, disconnect from the internet, disconnect from social media, disconnect from the world for a second, and meditate, reflect for a second. Don't spend your life living and admiring other people on what they do. It's nice to admire and see other people as inspiration, but when you do it too much, you lose vision of what you're supposed to be doing. Period. Period. I just accomplished so much this year, and it was really easy for me to like ignore those little bit of accomplishments because I was just so distracted by other people's accomplishments. But it's different. Everyone's on their own journey. Everyone's on a different journey, and that is okay. Okay, I'm happy where I'm at, and I know that where I will be is gonna be even better. So my point is, don't compare yourself to other people's journey. Don't even compare yourself to me. I don't want any of y'all to ever compare yourselves to me. I want myself to be an example of what you can be. I don't want anyone to ever compare themselves to me, because no one's ever in the same lane. Everyone's always in a different lane. I will never compare myself to anyone. And even if I find myself comparing myself to other people, I always tell myself That is not your story. This is your story. Your story is unique. It's just as unique as the next person's. So don't take away that uniqueness because you're worried about other people's story. Because the same way that you're worried about other people's story, other people are worried about your story. And you're probably like, well, I don't have anything for them to be worried about. Like, my life is just this, my life is just that. But again, your story is just as unique as the next person's. What you may not see, someone else sees. And that's just my goal this year, is to really focus on my story, okay? I want to be able to really just focus on my own story while also supporting other people on their story. But this is my world, babes. You're living in it, okay? When we're talking about me, it's about me. When we're talking about you, it's about you. And none of those energies are going to intertwine unless we give permission to intertwine, and it's in a healthy mannerism, and it's where we're collaborating. You know, that's the only time I ever want to be merging with someone, is when we're collaborating. Not we're merging our lifestyles, not we're merging our personalities to be like each other. No, you have your story, I have my story. We come together and we make our stories powerful. We make our stories beautiful. Sometimes I feel like I'm just rambling, so if I'm rambling at this point, please excuse my bullshit. Come say hi to the camera. It's being bad, y'all. Hey, hi, Karen. Hey, hi, Mimi. I'm so grateful for you too, Goda. This is your 3rd year with me. This is your 3rd year with me, Papi. He's like, ugh. Anyways, y'all. But yeah, I wanted to just get on here and show gratitude. My morning routines are usually spent showing gratitude and appreciation, and really just sitting in stillness. And then my night routines are more of like reflecting, dumping everything that's up in my head. Anyways, I'm gonna get ready for the morning. It was so nice to sit with y'all for a second and reflect on how grateful I am and how grateful I am for you guys. I'm gonna get ready for the gym, start my morning off the right way, and I'll see you guys later.
Put that in my mind, seem to take a step out. Yes, I'm in now.